they have a new offensive coordinator who's been at Memphis and Notre Dame. So how much do you guys watch Jeff Sims and what they did last year versus some of those older tapes?
Yeah, definitely got to watch both, really, knowing the personnel. For me, played a lot of these guys for many years now, so really just knowing their game is kind of like second nature for myself. But for the defense, just getting to know how people play, watching the spring game, obviously, just watching tape on last year's team. Didn't get to play Sims in our game, but like I said, I played him before, and he played in the later half of the season. So just getting to know his mannerisms and things like that, and then like you alluded to, the new offensive coordinator, kind of knowing his scheme, where he's been. We saw him a little bit in Notre Dame in the Cotton Bowl, so kind of just a mixture. You know, that first game you can get anything, so we got to be prepared for it all. But at the same time, you know, football's still football, so you know, by halftime, you know, we'll kind of feel who they are, who they really want to be that game, and then just kind of fixing things and going from there.
KJ, what makes Sims a difference maker on your team?
His ability to throw and run. I think that's kind of what the game has come to nowadays. You know, dual threat quarterbacks that not only just running the ball, but have a great, you know, placement on the ball, very accurate. And that's what he brings to the game, one of the best in the country. Very fast, very elusive. You know, the second you think you have him, you probably don't. And, you know, he's really good at, you know, having that ability to get out the pocket and make a negative play a positive one. So he's definitely going to be a good challenge for us, you know, week one.
How much does that negate a pass rush when you've got a guy who is so elusive in the pocket and is hard to bring down like that? Does it force you to be a little less aggressive?
Not necessarily less aggressive, but you have to have more attention on the details. You know, there's angles from a defensive line perspective that you have to attack a quarterback on, and you just have to hone in on those angles when it comes to a guy who can, you know, once you come around the edge, who can still, you know, escape the pocket. You know, it's all about leverage, and, you know, when you get past an offensive lineman, what points of attack you want to place on a quarterback. And like I said, when it comes to guys who can move out the pocket and are elusive, you just have to specify on those things. And, you know, that attention to detail can be the difference between a missed sack and, you know, a tackle for loss. So really just, like I said, it's going to be a great challenge for us week one to hone in on those details when it comes to, you know, an elusive quarterback like this.
Are these games at neutral sites, even though it's in Atlanta, up in Charlotte and NFL stadiums, are they fun? I mean, do you guys look forward to that?
They are so much fun. You know, for the majority of every team, this is like the only time you will get to play in the NFL stadium for a lot of us players. So anytime you get that opportunity, you know, you have to take it for what it is and really just enjoy every moment of it. I know I'm very excited. This is a new stadium. I'm really excited to play in this one, in this environment. But yeah, I think for everybody, just guys getting to travel, I wish we could bring the whole team. Obviously, it being an in-conference game, that's not the case. But definitely will not take this one for granted at all. You know, anytime you get to kind of step out of, you know, the natural environment you're used to and just get to see new things and new experiences, it's always awesome.
KJ, the game against them was a real dogfight last year. Long lightning delay. Y'all came up with the goal line stand. What do you remember about that night?
It was a dogfight. I remember that for sure. They played a great game, kept it close, you know, kept it interesting, and I just remember, you know, that was a scrappy bunch, and you got a lot of those guys who have returned, who from their perspective felt like they obviously should have won that game, and you know, that they were left a little short, and that's the mindset that we understand that they're coming in with. But you know, for us, it's the same way. You know, we felt like we should have played a lot better. And no matter the circumstances, lightning delay, whatever they may be, both teams have to go through them. And so we have to be better for whatever happens. And in that situation, obviously knowing the first game, you know, there's going to be hiccups. That's what's coming with it. You know, and being the guys who kind of get to play later, Coach Sweeney's, you know, advice to us is learn from other people's mistakes. You know, as we saw people play last Saturday, and we'll see a couple games before we get to play. Let's just learn from those and try and minimize as many mistakes as possible. The goal for us is, you know, having game one being our worst game of the season, you know, and we grow from there. But with that being said, we want it to be the best worst game possible. So, yeah.
Did you watch a lot of football this past? I mean, obviously, I went to Nebraska. You don't have to talk about that one. But is it like this coming weekend to spend your Saturday, that first week one Saturday? It's got to be kind of fun to get to put your feet up and watch some football.
Yes, I am a football fan through and through, on and off. Wasn't necessarily glued to the TV. I do love relaxing on my weekends, but at the same time, just to turn it on and get to see some football was one of the best feelings I've had in a very long time. Definitely getting to see some of the league opponents, Florida State, North Carolina were great to see. But yes, just like you said, just being able to watch football again. I know the fans were excited, starting the home gate, tailgate, whatever. Just that environment, that spirit, we all know it's the best time of year, and just glad it's back.
I know there's, new defensive coordinator, not totally new, all of that, we've heard that over the last couple of months, but how much better are you in different areas? What has that new dynamic brought to you guys?
Whole lot of new, like I said, new coordinators, new roles for different guys, people growing, people developing. It's been fun. It's been fun to navigate that space as, a fifth-year guy. It's very easy for a lot of people in my situation to say, oh, this year's about me, and now it's just time to, get mine and get out of here. But that's so far from what it's been. It's been so fun to navigate this leadership role and really trying to just hone in this new, defense, new identity, with also some of the same things that Clemson defense is known for, fast, physical, tough, and dominant, and that's what we still plan to be. So it's been a fun challenge, but at the same time, it's been fun more than anything. And Wes and Coach Khan have been awesome. They're listening to us, and more than anything, they just want to win. They want to win and dominate, and that's what we want to do as players. So being like-minded in that regard, it's been fun to attack each day, especially practice.
KJ, now that you guys are close to starting the season, what's the mindset coming off last year? It was a good season. It wasn't a season that you guys had been used to before.